Hello, Soul Tribe, and welcome to my channel, Roseology. Thank you all so much for tuning in today. Hopefully you've been in amazing spirits. So this reading is all about why the law of attraction hasn't been working for you. So this reading is slightly similar to my other pick a card about what's blocking your blessings, but this pick a card is more about why your intentional law of attraction rituals or practices aren't coming to fruition. The law of attraction may not be working because of a few reasons, including divine timing, blockages, or even your spiritual connection not being strong enough. So in other words, your faith isn't strong enough yet. And that takes time to build, learn, and earn faith. Faith is not something that we are just awarded. Faith must be earned. That's the thing. I was definitely intuitively led to do this reading after getting a message after one of my meditations. And basically, just briefly, the message was all about how we answer or live by the rules and the regulations and the limitations of this realm, this society, this world. This society, world, and realm has devised this place that we live in. If you answer or live by the rules, regulations, and limitations that this society has devised, then you have become a product of a limited environment. If you are somebody that finds it very difficult to have faith or believe in the laws of attraction, or maybe you practice the law of attraction, but you still find yourself having doubts, I just want to say to you, there is absolutely nothing wrong if you find it difficult to believe in the law of attraction or if you find it difficult to have faith. Do not be ashamed if you find it difficult to have faith. We have spent our entire lives being conditioned and programmed to believe that either our dreams are too big, too difficult, or impossible to achieve. Our faith has been drastically reduced and suppressed by people who's had their dreams snuffed out and a society that benefits off of keeping us in a headspace of limited thinking and limited perception. So with society, our peers or family, and sometimes even ourselves, driving home that fact that the goals and dreams that we have aren't possible, of course you may find yourself in a position where it's hard for you to believe. Your faith has been brutalized for a very long time, possibly even your entire life. And faith is trust. That's all it is. So when we have faith in something, it is because we are investing our trust in our own energy into something that we believe we will see some sort of return on. Trust is earned. Trust is learned. It takes time to earn the trust of someone or for someone to earn the trust of you, right? Like in a relationship, it takes time, right? That's because we know, whether we consciously know or not, that we are sacred products of divinity, and our faith and trust is extremely valuable because it belongs to us. It is a part of us. Our faith and trust is our own energy that we are investing into something or someone else. And the spiritual realm knows how valuable this faith and trust is because it is simply energy, and energy is currency to the spiritual realm. So if you don't believe you can achieve a dream of yours, it's nothing to be ashamed about. We've been programmed to believe that for our entire lives. It's going to take work, time, and patience to learn and earn trust and faith. We as humans have this need and want to fully comprehend something or someone before we give them ourselves, which is our trust and faith, because it's risky business, because we want to invest our most valuable asset into something or someone that will give back to us. And we don't know for sure if we're going to see a return on the investment of trust that we've put into that person or thing. But the spiritual realm always gives back. So we have to go beyond this limited realm, place, and society. When we expand beyond this place, we go beyond the limitations and confinements of this realm. Suddenly, anything and everything is possible. Build that relationship with spirit so you can learn and earn that trust with spirit. The stronger that connection and relationship becomes, the stronger everything tied to that connection becomes. That means your spiritual abilities, your manifestations, your laws of attraction, your communication, your faith, your interactions with the spiritual realm, everything attached to the spiritual realm becomes stronger because our relationship is becoming stronger. We are flesh and blood, yes. We live in a body that is limited. We live in a realm that is limited. So it's normal to believe in limitations. It's about learning to break out of that. Remember who you are. You are a spiritual being first who happens to be having a limited physical human experience. Answer to the realm that you come from, which is the realm where anything and everything is possible. Don't answer to this realm in society that we're only temporary residents of. We're only going to be here on earth for a split second in the grand scheme of things. We are so much more than this place. It takes time, you know, like we're not going to be able to change this programming that we've been subjected to for our entire lives in just one meditation session, or in just 1 week, or in just 1 month, or in just 1 year. No, this has to be something that we are completely devoted and committed to for the rest of our lives, because we have spent our entire lives being conditioned to be a certain way. So now we have to spend even more time and exert even more energy to break out of those patterns and those behavioral patterns and those limited beliefs, you know. So it's going to take time, it's going to take patience, and just be patient with yourself. It's okay, you know. So before we get into this reading, let me just say that this is a general reading, so it's vital for your own intuitive abilities to be activated if you want to resonate with the message in the pile that you have picked. So to help you invoke your own psychic abilities, I'm going to be offering a 60-second meditation, and halfway through this meditation I will be adding crystals to each pile for those that like to pick with crystals. So this is pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. And if you want to participate in this meditation, go on ahead and get into a nice, relaxed, and quiet space, and we'll begin that meditation right now. All right, so I've added some crystals to each of the piles. So in pile 1 here, we have some aragonite. On pile 2, this is lepidolite. And on pile 3, this is septarian. So I'll give you guys another 30 seconds to meditate with the crystals on the piles. All right, so hopefully that was enough time for you to get intuitively synced into my energy and the energy of this reading. If not, feel free to pause the video. For those that have already picked their pile, you can scroll down to the description box or the comment section for the timestamps to each pile. Again, I am so honored that you were intuitively led to my channel and this message. I pray this reading brings you some clarity. And without further ado, let's just go on ahead and get into this reading and see what's going on with your law of attraction. All right, in pile number 1, welcome to your reading. So let's go on ahead and check out your cards to see why your law of attraction isn't manifesting. So we're going to be starting off with the tarot cards first. Let's go on ahead and take a look at those. And we have the Two of Swords and the Hermit in reverse. All right, so what I'm getting right away is there's something actively working against you, something that is deliberately going in the opposite direction of you. This is an issue that is in-house. So in other words, there is someone around you whose energy is not true to what they claim they want for you. For some of you here, there is someone particularly close to you that is actively working against you, and they are not making their true feelings known to you. So if you have someone in your life that you tell all of your ideas, wishes, dreams, and plans to, really make sure that this person wants what they say they want for you. This individual has a lot of dense energy I'm picking up, like their energy is coming through very, very strong for me, to the point to where when I first flipped this Two of Swords over, I immediately felt this wave of negative or dark energy. This person feeds off of your failures or the plans and dreams that fall through and never end up seeing the light of day. Just being completely honest here, this is almost making me angry for you, because this person cannot bring themselves to want good for anyone. They are so trapped in their own cycle of darkness that they can't see any light or good for anyone else. I believe this individual is going through their own dark night of the soul, where their life is particularly difficult difficult right now, and they have surrendered to the negative energy in their life. And that's the thing, is we are a product of the environment that we have co-created. So this individual is being consumed by the heaviness and negativity that they are currently facing. But the thing is that they are in such a low place that they aren't interested in anything positive or good that comes from the light right now. They're in the thick of this negativity. There's nothing you or anyone can do for them right now. And this is something that this individual has to go through on their own to make their way back out into the light. So one major issue with your law of attraction is you telling this someone about the things that you are working for or trying to bring into your life. This person is taking all of your hopeful energy that you have for your own future, and they are just eating away at it like a parasite. That's the perfect word. Like, this is a very parasitic sort of energy that you have around you right now. Another reason that I'm seeing here is kind of like how I touched on a few minutes ago, where there seems like there's a lot of different things you're trying to attract into your life, and you're excited about each one of these things. But although we are infinite beings, we sort of have a limited amount of energy that we can exert. So yes, we are infinite beings full of energy in life, but we also have to rest and recharge that energy. So take a person running a marathon, for instance. They are exhausted by the time they reach the finish line because they have to replenish everything that they gave to that race. Or another example would be arguing with someone you know, and how exhaustive disagreements and conflict can be. So like, yeah, we are infinite beings, but that doesn't mean that our energy can't be drained. So when you are trying to attract in a specific goal or dream or energy or whatever it may be, you are exerting energy by focusing on that specific thing. So if you have multiple different things that you are trying to draw into your life, you're dividing and exerting energy into each of those different things. And what happens as a result of that splitting of energy is we are only able to give a fraction of what we could give if we were focused on just that one thing at a time. Really try to narrow down these goals and things that you want. So for instance, if you want a house and need a new car, instead of trying to attract both of those things at once, reduce them to a common denominator. A good thing to attract at that point would be money or abundance or a new job or a promotion at work or more clientele in your own business. That the way you can bring in more financial abundance so you can afford that new house and car and maintain, the payments on that house and car. So really reduce the things you're trying to attract to one specific thing that you can focus and put all of your energy into. And the Hermit here in reverse is telling me that there's something you need to discover or find out. And this lack of knowledge is keeping you from your attractions. And what I believe this information is one, whoever this negative or dark individual around you is, I believe that was the first thing that you needed to discover or find out. Another thing I'm getting from this card is to really take care of your own energy and space. The Hermit retreats into himself, not just to gather knowledge like many people kind of generalize this card as, but the Hermit is also doing major renovation inside of his own temple. That temple is your aura or your energetic field. And he is working on creating an aura that is not so dense and populated with heavy energy. He retreats to discover hidden truths and things he couldn't see before so he can rework his surroundings to fit his agenda. So there's some sort of discovery and renovations you need to work on. Your energy needs to match whatever it is you are trying to attract. And right now, this person or parasitic energy that is around you is a major issue that must be dealt with accordingly. I believe the Hermit is referring to you distancing yourself from anything and everyone that is not in alignment with the future you want and the things that you are trying to attract. Another thing that I believe the Hermit is saying is what I already briefly touched on, and that is to retreat to really get down to the bottom of what you want so you can focus solely on that one specific thing. There's too much displaced or divided energy right now, and you need to call back every part of your aura and your energy so you can recenter yourself. When you restore your energy by calling it back, you're going to have so much more force behind your intentions and law of attraction. The momentum will be crazy. Okay, so let's go ahead and check out you guys' oracle cards here, see what it is that I'm getting. The very first one that we have is Jupiter, abundance. Yes, so there's an abundance of things that you want, and there's an abundance of blessings I see almost kind of dangling over top of you. The visual I'm getting is like this humongous crate of blessings just sitting securely right above you, waiting to be lowered or dropped into your life. But this crate can't be lowered onto the ground you are on right now. It's like the ground isn't solid enough to support this amount of blessings. There's a huge amount of great things sitting or floating right above you right now, and you need to fortify a more solid ground and environment for those blessings to come into your life. Because the message that I'm hearing right now is the blessings coming to you need a solid ground because they are not finite. These are infinite blessings. These favors and gifts are able to produce more gifts and blessings. So it's kind of like Spirit is saying, instead of winning the lottery for $1,000,000, we want to give you the machine that makes the money, kind of like that. That the way you can continuously produce $1,000,000. So it's not just a one-hit wonder that's kind of waiting for you, this blessing that's waiting for you, this thing that you're attracting. The universe wants to give you the source of that abundance. Like, would you rather have that one gold bar or like the chicken that pops out the golden eggs? I don't know why, but I totally just got this Jack and the Beanstalk like visual. So it's kind of like I was saying here, where instead of asking for that car or house or something limited, ask for that dream job or that business that you started to get off the ground. So that the way you can have an unlimited supply of finances or an unlimited supply of whatever source you're trying to attract, and you are able to sustain your blessings. So this card is telling you to dream bigger and aim way higher because it's very possible for you. And another thing as well is I believe that this person here may be, for some of you, this may be more than one person in your life. They may know that you have abundance kind of waiting for you. They may be able to kind of detect that. You'd be shocked what our energetic fields or our spirits can detect about each other, when you plug into that collective consciousness. So I think that these people or this negative energy, this negative individual that's around you, they can sense the fact that you are blessed by spirit. And that's something that makes them very, very, very envious of you, like supremely envious of you. So you have this sort of like it factor where it's so easy for you to attract good things. So be careful of the people around you because someone around you is very jealous. And I just keep getting that. And I just feel like I have to really bring that one in. So let's go ahead and check out the next two. Rain, purification, and ocean, ebb and flow. So these are two water cards here. And Jupiter, abundance. Jupiter is the planet that rules Sagittarius. And with rain, purification, and ocean, ebb and flow, you could be a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Or you could have some water energy in your chart. You don't necessarily have to have just your sun in either Sagittarius or any sort of water sign. You could just have a lot of Sagittarius energy or Cancer, Scorpio, or Piscean energy in your chart. Okay, so the thing that I'm getting with these two cards is the energy that you are exerting is finite because it's too unorganized. You need to put your all into one direction or one thing. Set your sights on that one target like the bullseye and then give it your all. And rain, purification, there's definitely someone around you that needs to be purged from your life. But this card is also confirmation that your environment needs to be reconstructed completely to support these enormous blessings you are trying to attract. Like I was saying with this Jupiter abundance card over here, it's like your ground isn't solid enough to support the amount of blessings that is coming to you or that you are trying to attract right now. So this is really kind of all about reconstruction, okay? And the very last card that we have here is magic. Look at that. So you are magic. I knew it. You yourself are magic. Like I was saying with this Jupiter abundance over here, you just have this thing that people don't know what it is, and they can't put it into words or they can't put their finger on it, but you just have this almost celestial or otherworldly presence about you that people can sense. You probably can't sense it, but you more than likely get a lot of people drawn to you that are intrigued by you, and if not, then it will start to happen. But you have this magical presence, as well as you have a very strong ability to draw in the impossible. You have faith, and it's unwavering, undeniable faith, but it is meek as well. You're not pretentious about the faith and the blessings that come to you. I don't even think many of you are aware of it, of this almost ability that you have, or this natural just attraction that you have. You're almost like a magnet for blessings. This is like a natural thing about you that you've inherited. I don't even think that many of you are aware of it, but it's there. And that's why you've pulled the Jupiter card in this pile. Jupiter is the planet of luck, expansions, growth in a general sense. So in other words, it's the planet of faith. That's why Jupiter is so lucky, because he has this innate belief in himself and in the universe. And so you may have some Sagittarius energy. I was also feeling some Piscean energy, but you definitely have some strong Jupiter energy that I've been picking up throughout this reading here. You're just somebody that is just very blessed by the universe, by spirit. You're just very, very blessed. And this is just a natural thing that you have. So the people around you, they may just be envious or jealous of the fact that you have this sort of magnetism when it comes to positivity and light and blessings and abundance and things like that. So, you may be one of those people that always finds yourselves kind of getting out of situations that seemed like, oh my God, I don't know how to get out of the situation. I don't know how the situation could go good. And it just somehow ends up working out for you. You may be one of those sorts of people. Or if you haven't really experienced that yet, that is something that you will start to experience very soon. But as far as your law of attraction not working, but I am seeing either a one specific individual around you or a few people around you that are just very jealous of the things that you're trying to attract and pull into your life and the blessings that you already have in your life. So be very careful about who it is that you tell your dreams and your plans and your ideas to and the things that you want to, because their jealousy is resistance. It's causing resistance for your attractions and for your blessings. So be extremely careful about who it is that you're telling, who it is that you're talking to, who it is that you're confiding in, because if those people do not want what's good for you, then they are automatically resistance. If they're not for you, then they are against you on an energetic sense. Okay, so that is one of the main things that I'm seeing, as well as you needing to refortify your environment to really attract in those blessings. Okay, so and part of refortifying that environment is getting rid of this individual, whatever it is. It is dark, it's not good, I don't like it, they're actually making me angry. As far as my pile number ones, this is all that I'm seeing. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I pray that this reading brought you guys some love, support, strength, and clarity. Thank you all for visiting me. Hopefully you come back to see me sometime soon, and I will be back next time. Okay, bye guys. All right, in pile number 2, welcome to your reading. So let's go on ahead and check out your cards to see why your law of attraction isn't manifesting. So we're going to be starting off with the tarot cards here. So let's go ahead and take a look. The very first one that we have is the 5 of Pentacles in reverse and the Queen of Wands in reverse. It's interesting. All right, pile number 2. So you have a stubborn mind. That's the first thing that I'm getting here. There's something very difficult for you to believe in when it comes to yourself. Even though you are so hopeful for these blessings and the things that you want to attract, there's still a small part of you that has difficulty believing these things can come to you. I feel as though the issue is self-worth, or a part of you doesn't believe that you can have or attain these things. And that's what I'm feeling most for my pile number 2. And it's so frustrating because you really want to turn your life around, I'm getting here, and a part of you knows that you can, but you just can't get your brain to cooperate into believing. And there's a lack of confidence within your own abilities as well, I'm feeling. Maybe you are new to the laws of attraction and this is your first time trying it. I mean, none of us are new to the laws of attraction. We've all been abiding by the law, the universal laws, whether we acknowledge it or not. So maybe you are new to spirituality, or you may have recently decided to take your life into your own hands and become the master of your own life and universe. But either way, there's a lack of confidence within the self and your own abilities. Another issue I'm getting here is you want these things to come into your life so badly that you are almost desperate for these things because you are in such great need right now. You may be experiencing some form of lack in a particular part of your life, like finances or love or confidence. And because you are experiencing lack, you struggle to believe that blessings and things can happen for you because they never have before. So it's like I can almost hear you saying, life has always been difficult, or I've always had to work my ass off for everything I've ever had. So why would things just start falling in my lap or coming to me now? The world hasn't gone easy on you. Yes, you're right. Life hasn't been easy on you. It's always been a struggle. Yes, you are right, and you are entitled to that opinion. You are very acquainted with the energy of struggle and lack, so you're also struggling to believe. These hardships haven't just weighed heavily on your physical body and your mind, but this has started to drain you spiritually. Your spirit is suffering, not from the hard work or the struggles or the challenges, but your spirit is suffering from you not believing. Your lack of faith is slowly draining your light energy. Every living being needs a purpose. Without a purpose, we cannot have faith. Faith gives us a reason to keep going during the hard times and the storms and the struggles. If you remove faith from the equation, all you have is hardship, lack, and disappointment. environment. And these are low vibrational emotions and feelings that do not supply you. All they can do is drain you. High vibrational energy feeds us. Low vibrational energy and emotions kill us in our spirit. And when the spirit is suffering like this, we lose hope. We lose that light at the end of the tunnel. I think it's just really important for me to say to you that if you've never heard this before, or if you don't hear it enough, you are worth it. You are worthy. You are not forgotten by spirit or the universe. Despite what this world may have inflicted on you, you are not your pain or your struggles or your shortcomings. You are so needed and appreciated by spirit and the universe. There is nothing pointless about you. And the fact that you are here on this reading right now is not a coincidence. This is spirit trying to remind you of who it is that you truly are. You are just as important and significant as a CEO of a Fortune 500 company, or your favorite celebrity, or the 1%, or anyone else out here with fame, money, and power, so you can have whatever it is that you want or desire because you are worthy of it. I want you to tell yourself you can every single day until you start believing it. Change your thinking and your verbiage to I can, or I will, or I am. Change those simple things and watch your environment, life, and world follow suit. And I'm not sure if you think you don't deserve these things, but I just want to make sure that I'm reiterating that to you, that you do deserve these things. You are worthy enough of them. Life hasn't been easy on you, but you are worthy and deserving of a great, prosperous, and abundant life, and to be happy. And the thing is that this can definitely impede your law of attraction and the capabilities of your laws of attraction when you are kind of operating from a space of lack and struggle, because desperation, it just means that I'm so desperate because I don't have this thing, because I'm lacking something, so I'm desperate to have it. It's almost like reaching for a life vest. It's just like you're sinking and you're drowning and you're just trying to grab onto anything that'll keep you afloat. And when you are operating from that space, it's very difficult to attract an abundance because you're operating from a space where you are lacking abundance. So you have to really you have to really insert yourself into an environment and a mindset, whether that be a feeling or a visualization or anything. You have to insert yourself into that energy of abundance. Find things in your life that you have that are abundantly filled, that are fulfilled. Find things in your life to be appreciative of, to be happy for, to be like, you know what? I might not have this, or I might be lacking over there, but I have an abundance of this over here. Find things that in your life that are abundant, and the universe will supply you with more things in abundance. The universe will supply you with more abundance when you put yourself in a space where you're operating from an abundant thought or an abundant feeling. Okay, so you really want to insert your mind, your thoughts, your feelings, your emotional body, your energy. You really want to feel abundant when you are working your laws of attraction. If you are not operating on that level, do not do your law of attraction. If you're only doing the law of attraction because you're like, I'm $100 short on my rent, or I really, really, really need this to work out because I'm struggling right now, that is not the time to do the law of attraction, because you are only going to pull in more things that you need. You're only going to pull in more lack. So you have to be operating on the frequency that you're trying to bring in. Okay, so let's go ahead and check out your oracle cards, see what we have going on here. And the very first two that we have is Saturn Truth and Yod, Destiny. So Saturn is the planet of truth and discipline and challenges. He is the planet of what you could call hardships. But Saturn is hard on us because he knows that we can step up to the plate. Saturn is hard on us because he believes in our resilience and our resolve. He's also trying to level us up to the next tier. So it's never easy when we are leveling up. It's like that dad that trains his kid every day to be a great athlete. He doesn't go easy on his kid because he knows that that child is capable of greatness. This card is confirmation that the Most High sees you and the things that you have gone through and the challenges that you're still fighting. Your tears and hard work has not been done in vain. The universe honors the law of karma, where it's a two-way street of I give you because you give to me. The universe is not going to allow you to have suffered for as long as you have without reaping any sort of rewards. And this card Yod here, this card is telling me that you are not in alignment with what you were destined to be. There's a specific plan for you that Spirit set for you when you were created. good. And right now you are not where you are supposed to be. That's another reason why you are facing so many hardships as well, because this life that you're living doesn't have your name on it. Maybe it's a job you're in that was never meant for you, or a relationship. It could be a multitude of things. But part of your struggle comes from not being where you're meant to be. Take some time to connect to who you truly are, connect to a higher power so you can find your path, okay? Next card that we have here is Ancestors Generations. Okay, that's powerful. It's a very powerful card for my pile twos here, because what this is saying to me is you have inherited a lot of this. It's very possible for us to take on the struggles of our ancestors. That's something that I believe all of us have been subjected to at one point or another in our lives. We are products of our environment. Whatever you saw growing up can easily manifest in your present life. This is a toxic cycle that must end with you. You are the one that is destined to show your family and loved ones that, hey, we don't have to struggle. Life doesn't have to look this way. We can have whatever it is that we want. I'm telling you right now that if you have intuitively picked pile number 2, a part of your destiny is to be a living, breathing, walking example of what faith can do and how you can completely turn around your life, and that you don't have to die the way that you were born. This is really, really powerful right now, actually. Okay, let's go ahead and just check out the last 2 cards. We have the Sun and the Sweat Lodge. Okay, so like I was saying, I really can't get over this, because I believe a part of your destiny is to emerge from this life that you have been subjected to because of your environment and maybe even your ancestors, so you can show your loved ones and anyone watching you that if I can do it, you can do it. Your story is supposed to be heard and told and shown to others around you, because there's so much struggle and lack surrounding you. But you are the one that is destined to be the sun that rises in the east, to shine a bright light on everyone around you. It's not just you that's in need of this realization, but there are so many around you that need faith and encouragement. But you are the only one that can show it to them, because they are not going to believe it until they can see it in someone that they know and that they can relate to. So you have to keep fighting. There's so much at stake here, and it's not just you. There's so many others depending on you, and they don't even know it. But I feel a part of you knows that. And that's why the Sweat Lodge here, it's saying for me that you are carrying an immense weight around, because there's more at stake than just you. There's others too. So please do not give up. The only thing in the way of your blessings or law of attraction is your own thoughts and limiting beliefs. Go beyond this life and realm that's made up of limitations and restrictions. Go to the creator who created the creations that created this world. This world doesn't want you to believe in yourself. So go beyond this world. Go to spirit. Go to God, develop that faith, and watch your world change completely, because I'm telling you, it is a part of your destiny to be the one that makes it out of the struggle, to show the people around you, your family, your loved ones, the people in your environment, your neighbors, the people watching you. It is your destiny to show them, hey, you can make it out of this. You are not just confined to the situation and the circumstances and the environment that you were born into. This does not have your name on it. There is nothing written in stone. You can form the life and the environment and the reality that you want. That is your destiny, to be a walking, living, breathing legend and example of that. Okay, so this is all that I'm saying for my pile number 2s. This is actually extremely powerful. So for my pile number 2s, the main thing that I'm saying is your law of attraction isn't working, because it's mainly about divine timing for you right now. There's going to be a time and a place for these things to happen, because like I said, it's a part of your destiny to be in the space that you're in right now, because you're supposed to show others that they can make it out of the environment that they were born into, that they can make it out of the struggle, that faith can bring you out of the struggle and into a place of abundance and prosperous living. And this is a part of your destiny. So one thing with the law of attraction is, almost in a sense, I'm not seeing it as your law of attraction not working or being blocked or anything like that. I'm seeing it more so as divine timing. Okay, so these things are coming to you, but there's something that you need to learn, because there's so much that you need to show to the people around you. It's just a part of your destiny. Okay, so this is all that I'm seeing for my pile number 2s. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I pray that this reading brought you guys some love, support, strength, and clarity. Hopefully you guys come back to visit me sometime soon, but I'm going to go on ahead and move on to the last pile here, pile number 3, and I'll be back next time. All right, bye guys. All right, and pile number 3, welcome to your reading. So let's go on ahead and check out your cards to see why your law of attraction is not manifesting yet. So we're going to be starting off with the tarot cards here, and I'm just going to go on ahead and take a look at both of them to see what we're working with. So the very first one that we have is the Hanged Man in reverse and Moonchild. All right, my pile number 3. So the very first blockade that I'm seeing interfere with your law of attractions is you are too picky. I see that for you, you are actively trying to call something into your life, but you have far too many reservations and conditions on it. There's nothing wrong with customizing your own order with the universe and telling the universe exactly what you want. That's actually what we're supposed to do, is be as clear as possible about what we want and need. But the thing is some of these things may have their own needs or conditions. Like, for instance, this is just an example. If you want to call love into your life, but you want it to look like this and that's fine, but you may have to wait a little longer for that custom order. Or for instance, let's say you want love in your life, but it can only be this one specific person. You only want so and so to be your partner and nobody else. You have to realize the more conditions and alterations we apply to our order, the longer or more challenging it may be to bring that thing into fruition. That thing may never come to materialize because we want something so tediously specific. The chances of you finding love are infinite and abundant, but maybe that one and only person you have set your sights on isn't ready. Maybe they don't want a relationship yet, or maybe they have their sights set elsewhere, and now you've placed yourself in a position where the universe has to work a little harder because it's not working with compliant energy. The universe only works with cooperative energy. It doesn't force anything. So maybe spirit has a different plan for your life, but because you're so kind of closed off to anything and everything that isn't exactly how you want it, it's difficult to work with that because that's creating resistance. So if you find yourself asking for something, are you too specific about what it is that you want? Is your law of attraction too tediously detailed? Because the more detailed we are about something we're trying to attract, the more we need to be sure that that something wants us too. Because you're eliminating everything else that has the potential to fulfill you and make you happy for this one specific thing. So make sure that this one specific thing wants you too, because you're eliminating every other possibility in that realm. Another thing as well is, if you are fixed on this one particular thing, what if that thing won't make you as happy as you think it will? We humans romanticize a great deal of things and people that aren't good for us because we hyper focus or zone in on that one tiny little detail that would make us happy while ignoring everything else around it that's telling us we wouldn't be happy. So your law of attraction not working, I believe, is a sign that you are asking for the wrong thing, or maybe you need to loosen the grip and expectations you have about what you're trying to call in. You really need to expand your mind and your projections about what it is that you want. The more you expand your possibilities and wants, the easier and quicker these things can come to you. Now, I'm not saying you should change your goals and wants by all means. If you're listening to this and you're like, yeah, but I really want that one thing or that one person or that one whatever it may be, then that's fine too. I think it may just take a little longer for these attractions to materialize in your life. There's also the possibility here though, and I just have to say this, there's also the possibility here though that these things don't come to manifest because the specifics of this thing may not be meant for you. The next card here, Moonchild, is also telling me that you need to be a bit more flexible, like the moon. You know, the moon is not fixed. She phases in and out of different stages throughout the month, from waning to waxing and all over again. Another thing I'm getting here is to work more closely with the moon. I believe that if you have intuitively picked pile number 3, that you may be a starseed. And my phone just went off, so that's confirmation right there. But I do believe that if you have intuitively picked pile number 3, that you may be a starseed, and that's a soul that has ties and connections to other worlds, places, and lifetimes throughout our universe. You may be somebody that's very connected to the cosmos and the stars, or you are interested in things like the occult, or you feel a great pull to heighten your awareness in this incarnation. Life here on Earth may seem very odd to you, or it may be difficult for you to feel as though you belong here. You may have this innate feeling that your home is somewhere else. So if any of those things apply to you, then you are definitely a starseed. And if that's the case, then you need to direct your attention to the stars, and especially the moon. Learn and follow the phases of the moon to attract the things you want. There is great power in aligning yourself and your dreams with the energy of the cosmos, and it is going to do wonders for your manifesting. Another thing is to really surrender to the energies around you and to listen to them, because the stars in the heavens, they speak loudly if you're willing to listen. And when you learn how to work with them, it opens up so many different doors. So the stars, the heavens, the cosmos, they will guide you and tell you what to ask for and what it is that you truly need on a spiritual level, not just a conscious physical one. So the stars will lead you to the things in this life that will fulfill you on a deeper level. If you have ever had any sort of interest in astrology or anything like that, get back into it. Spirit is really urging you to take a look over there, because there's something for you to discover, learn, and also gain. And I have a feeling it's also tied into your dreams and wants and the things that you're trying to attract with the law of attraction. So let's go ahead and take a look at you guys' oracle cards, see what we have here. The very first card is air element communicating. And the one thing that I'm really seriously noticing about this air element communicating, let me just hold it up for you guys, is the clouds here. It looks like the heavens. It looks like the stars, you know. That's the first thing that I'm noticing the most here. For some reason, I never noticed that until right now. But this card for me is telling me that there's a higher power desperately trying to communicate with you. The stars and cosmos are trying to communicate with you because your home is elsewhere in this universe. So you feel most comfortable in the stars because that's where your home is. So communicate with the stars. They have so much to tell you. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the next two. Dragonfly emergence, yep. And ceremony invocation. Wow. Wow. All right. Well, there it is. You haven't fully emerged into the person that you came here to be. Yeah, this is definitely confirmation that my pile number 3 is here. If you've intuitively picked this pile, you're definitely a starseed. And if you're not exactly sure what that is, just do a little bit of research. It will blow your mind. There's probably so many different things that you can relate to when it comes to being a starseed. So definitely look into that. But for sure, one thing that I'm seeing is that you haven't fully emerged into the person that you came here to be. You have powers and abilities that haven't fully emerged yet. It's almost like the universe has been trying to manifest you as well. And I know that might sound a little bit weird, but I feel like the universe is trying to bring out your abilities and your true nature. So really get into some sort of spiritual practice here with ceremony invocation. Incorporate the stars and the moon into a routine practice that you can be devoted to. This entire pile for me right now is extremely spiritual, and there's something that's really urging you to say, hey, take a look at the stars. There's answers in the stars. There's a lot to discover and find out in the stars. Look to the stars, look to the heavens, okay? And the very last card that we have here is Jaguar. Wow. You will never believe the symbolism in this card. The jaguar is an invitation to go beyond the walls that confine you, to investigate the unknown and venture into the mystery and dark places you may have felt reluctant to explore. But the jaguar's instinct, her instinct, will guide you. Like I was saying, follow the stars and the heavens, because they are speaking loud to you right now. They want you to go searching, because you will discover so much about who it is that you truly are, the powers that you possess, and what it is that you truly need in your life. And the things that it is that you need, things it is that you will end up attracting, will be things that are going to end up supporting your growth and your evolution, your spiritual growth and evolution. Your spirit is evolving here on this planet and in this incarnation. Your soul needs all the lessons and experiences that it's learning here so it can evolve and mature in its own journey. So whatever you are asking for right now, in my opinion, it's not on track with who you are and what you truly need. And that's why it hasn't materialized in your life yet, because it won't benefit you or your spirit. So once it is that you discover who you truly are, then you will know what it is that you truly need. And once you figure that out, then the floodgates are going to just pour open so many blessings for you. But get in touch with your true nature and being first, and your essence. That's the key here. Once you do that, I don't think you're even going to want the same things that you've been asking for. You're going to evolve past wanting these things that you've been asking asking for. So I believe that your law of attraction isn't working right now because it's not meant for you. If you have intuitively picked pile number 3, there are other things that is really needed for your spiritual evolution and your spiritual growth. And right now, whatever it is that you are asking for is not going to aid or support that evolution and that maturation and that growth. Okay, so this is all that I'm seeing for my pile number 3s, but definitely do some research about star seeds if you haven't really heard about it, or if you've kind of heard about it briefly but you're not really sure what it is. Please, please, please do some research on star seeds, because if you have intuitively picked pile number 3, I truly do believe that you are a star seed. So do some research on that. Really get to know the origins of your own spirit, okay? Because that's what's really going to open up your law of attraction for you. And that's what's really going to open up these abilities. You have very strong manifesting abilities and potential here, but it's just the fact that you're not in alignment or on track with the things it is that you need, okay? So definitely do some research on star seeds, but this is all that I'm seeing for my pile number 3s. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I pray that this reading brought you guys some love, support, clarity, and strength, and hopefully you guys come back to visit me sometime soon. But until then, I'll be back next time. All right, bye guys.